So my wife and I were talking last night. I'm not sure when I'm gonna put this up, but we were talking last night while we were doing our nightly routine. We have some sitcoms and dramas that we like to watch before bed. Last night we watched That 70s Show, Two and a Half Men, and Northern Exposure. And I asked her if she thought it was weird that I, as a going to be 41-year-old man, is reverting back to the way I dressed and the music I listened to when I was younger, like teenager, 20s. She told me no, because, and we've had this conversation before, I just forgot. I go through these cycles. Let me angle this down a little bit. I go through these cycles where I have three distinct personality types and three distinct looks that I cycle between. There's the more dapper, dressy style, where I listen a lot more old school crooner music, Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. I dress up more, wear a lot more dress pants, button-down shirts, stuff like that. Then there's the more blue-collar look and style, where I wear a lot more blue jeans, t-shirts, flannel, stuff like that. I listen to all different types of music, no matter what phase I'm in. But during the more blue-collar style personality, I do have a lot more country that I listen to, a lot more soft rock, blue-collar rock, stuff like that. And then there's the goth/metal cycle, where I wear a lot more black, I wear a lot more jewelry, I grow my hair out, stuff like that, and listen to a lot more goth music, a lot more metal, a lot more punk, stuff like that. And I have noticed, now that she says that I do go through these cycles. Back when I was severely depressed in my early to mid-20s, I was listening to a lot more grunge music, a lot more Metallica, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, stuff like that. When I got with my ex, my oldest mother, I listened to a lot more Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. I started on that shortly after I got out of high school, and then it just kind of bled over. During all this, from freshman year to right before my senior year of high school, I'd say I considered myself goth. I listened to a lot of goth music, a lot of metal music, although I would go to this extent where I was more grunge goth. This was back when torn jeans and stuff weren't really in style, stuff like that. And I would wear that stuff. And then my senior year of high school, I moved to a different school district. I moved in with my dad to see if maybe I could get back on track in a different school district, because I was so far behind in school, because I just didn't care. I didn't do my schoolwork, I didn't study or anything like that. And then my senior year, I decided to actually put forth the effort, started dressing a little preppier, but that was due more to the people I was around with my dad's side of the family. They would make fun of me for the way I dressed and stuff like that. If I didn't dress the way they expected, Let me scoot back. This angle is... So anyway, and then shortly after high school, I reverted back to that darker period. And I stayed with that through my engagement with my oldest daughter. Then when that relationship ended, I sunk into a very deep depression, and I got more into darker clothing, but it was more of a new goth style, because I had more of a preppy haircut. I didn't really have any of my tattoos back then. The majority of these I got in my mid-20s. But yeah, and then when I met my wife, I started coming out of that depression, and I started dressing a little bit more blue collar. I started my own lawn care business. So, of course, I wanted to wear more clothes that I didn't care if they got dirty and stuff. Because I would come home with grass stains all up and down my legs, and just sweat. So I would wear like dry fit shirts and stuff, because with my autism, I have sensory issues. Like this t-shirt I can wear because this is larger on me. I actually got it 2 sizes larger than what I usually wear, so that I could wear it. Normally I wear like a 3X t-shirt, or most shirts really. And so I got this in, like, I want to say 4 or 5X, just so that I could wear it. And I've started doing that more with these thicker t-shirts, just because t-shirts tend to choke me. I can't stand that. I need room between the collar and my throat. As you can see, I also roll up the sleeves because I feel like the sleeves are too long. I need to take it to my shirts to a tailor or something and have the sleeves shortened, just so it doesn't look like I'm swimming in it. So it looks better on me, so it doesn't look like I'm bigger than I actually am. But yeah, I go through these cycles where it has a lot to do with how BPD and autism affects me, because those of us with BPD and autism, we don't really have a sense of self. We're so busy masking who we are that we don't know who we are. And so with me, after my wife said that to me, I began to realize that yes, I do cycle between these personality types of how I'm feeling in that moment. And usually these personality types for me will last a few years on end. Occasionally they will last like a few weeks or a couple months, and then I'll switch to another one. But for the most part, these personality styles will last for a few years, and then I'll switch. I'll cycle to another style. And it's usually only those 3. But it's not like there's a specific beginning and end. It's more of a spectrum, just like autism, where, like, say I'm more goth, it'll be like, and I'll transition to a more dressier, a more dapper look. I'll start wearing more black button-down shirts and ties, black dress pants, dress shoes, stuff like that. And then that'll start adding more color, and then it'll be more of a just regular dressy khakis sometimes. I don't really feel comfortable in khakis unless I'm in that stage. Otherwise, I can't stand wearing them for whatever reason. And then, like, I'll begin to transition into, once I'm transitioning out of that, I'll transition into more blue collar style, where I'll switch out the dress pants for more jeans. I'll keep the button down shirts or polo shirts, dress shirts for a while. Then I'll bring in more tennis shoes. Then those will be swapped out for boots. And then I'll bring in more t-shirts, flannel shirts, stuff like that. And that's how it transitions, the styles. It's never just a clear-cut beginning and end point for each personality cycle. It blends together. There's like a transition. Yeah, and I'm not sure how many other autistics, people with BPD, ADHD, other neurospicy people go through these transitions, through these cycles. I can't imagine that I'm the only one. just because there's so many of us without a clear sense of self who go through these identity crises where we don't know who we are at a given time. And a lot of times my personality will reflect who I'm around at that point in time, or what movies I'm watching, what music I'm listening to. Like, my favorite movie of all time is Ghostbusters. That's my favorite franchise. If you could see my Ghostbusters collection, you know I'm a big ghost head. But when I'm watching those movies more, and then watching more and more Bill Murray movies, I find myself taking on more of Bill Murray's characteristics into my own personality. I'll start dressing more like his characters. Same goes for when I'm watching like Johnny Depp. There's another one that my personality will kind of reflect his. This was how it was whenever I was in my tattoo apprenticeships. With my first apprenticeship, I took on traits of my mentor's personality into mine. And with my second apprenticeship, I took on that mentor's personality, and it got me into a lot of trouble. I talked a lot of crap about people that caused a lot of drama. It wasn't one of my finer moments, but that's how my personality works. I absorb other people's personalities into my own. So now that I know that, now that I'm discovering this stuff about me, I've been taking steps to surround myself with the right people. A lot of the people I hung out with before, I no longer hang out with. I will talk to them on occasion, but I try to surround myself more with positive people, people who are also trying to better themselves, better their lives, because that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't need to be pulled back into the negativity and not trying to improve my life. It's difficult because, you do miss those relationships, but at the same time, you have to begin to think about what's best for you. And this all goes back to personality cycles. Like I said, I have 3 specific personality styles that I cycle between. And some people may have more, some people may have just like 2. Neurotypical people find themselves relatively young, and that's their personality style for most of their life. That's not who I am. From what I gather, that's not how a lot of autistics, a lot of people with BPD, a lot of neurodivergents are. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have different personality styles that you cycle between, how many you have, and if you could relate with this video, if this video has helped you at all, let me know in the comments. I'm Shannon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and check out some of the other videos on this playlist.